Hello, everyone. I'm Jane Scherner from writewithjane.com. And today I'm talking to Adrienne McLean, who is working on a book that will be of great interest to everybody in business. Now, Adrienne is a business coach, a podcaster, and so much more. But what I'd like to do, Adrienne, is to start with the book, because I know that's come out of the marketing conference that you ran not so long ago. So you just kick off wherever you like and tell us about the book, starting with what the title will be.
Yes, the title of the book is Think Bigger, Grow and Succeed. And this was the theme of our 2019 Professional Services Marketing Conference. And I think it is something that business owners and people who are in the corporate world who have a role to help the business grow, it is something that we need to think about and work on, because it was really quite interesting to see what came out of all the interviews. I've done nearly 50 interviews for this topic, and the book is based on the first series of the interviews, which is about 16 interviews in all.
Fantastic. Off the top of your head, what themes are covered across the interviews?
Right. Well, each interview has 4 questions that the guest is asked. And the first question is about the pros and cons of getting out of your comfort zone.
Oh, I love that.
And then the second question is around thinking wider about your aspirations. What are you wanting to achieve with your business, or what are you wanting to achieve with your career? And how do you think bigger about who you are and who you serve and what you can be? How do you do that? Because it's not actually all that easy, because we're confined by our thinking and about the world that we know already.
So true.
And then the third question is about goal setting and how to do it and how to put our aspirations into the goal setting process. And the fourth question is about how to actually achieve the goals that we want to achieve. And it does mean that we have to go out of our comfort zone often enough to actually achieve those goals.
That's right. And I guess as a business coach, you're working with people in those kind of parameters, aren't you? You're helping people to see their blind spots, I suppose, for want of a better word.
Oh, absolutely. And well, for instance, the Book Yourself Solid system is a beautiful process for getting more clients. But if people aren't comfortable with doing some of the tasks that the system requires, then the coach needs to come in and support them to go out of their comfort zone, to actually go and do some of those things they need to do. So, for instance, not everybody's comfortable with going and finding somebody that would help them with their business, ring them up, invite them to a cup of coffee, and then actually know what to say in that conversation. You know, it could be totally out of their comfort zone to go through that process and discuss why they wanted to have that conversation and what could come next, opportunities could come next out of that conversation. And some people are actually quite reserved about doing that sort of outreach to try and get new business or ways of making things happen. And as business owners, if we can't go through that process, we have to learn how to go through that process. Otherwise, the business won't develop. So it's going out of your comfort zone as a business owner is really something that we have to get comfortable with.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
So the book is really, I think, of its time, in as much as people are not comfortable generally with uncertainty. And anyone who's new to business right now, I could imagine it isn't an easy time to be starting a business. So a book can be a great bridge between somebody who's just floundering a little bit, maybe not quite understanding what coaching could do for them, or not brave enough to reach out and put themselves out there to be coached, because in many ways it is a place of discomfort, because a coach will not be making you feel great about everything, certainly helping you celebrate your wins, but pointing out that accountability matters, and that piece about doing the steps is important.
Yeah. Well, when we're in a corporate environment, we have managers and supervisors and people that keep us accountable for our day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month activities. When we go out by ourselves and start our own business, and it sounds fantastic, we are one that has to do everything. We have to go and get the clients. We have to do our actual work, which is looking after the clients. We have to do the paperwork and the invoicing and, the marketing and sales. And we have to do everything associated with running a business. And so you tend to do the things that you like to do. But when it comes to the things that you don't like to do, well, you can put them off. And that can include, for some people, marketing and sales. So service professionals can be experts in their field. They can have, 20 or 30 years of corporate experience and have a lot of experience in a certain area, and then they go out by themselves and start to sell their services, and the marketing and sales side may not have been in their skill set. And so they've actually got to go and learn how to do marketing and sales. And it is a process, and the faster you learn it, the better. And if you have a proven system that works, then your business will be up and running faster. That's where the work that I do helps service professionals. And the Book Yourself Solid system is for service professionals who want to get more clients, even if they don't like marketing and sales.
Perfect. Even if they don't like it, it's about confidence too, isn't it? You start to get good at having those conversations, and all the stories we've been sold about salespeople, sleazy salespeople, things like that. All those things embedded in the subconscious can be very damaging in the scheme of things.
Yeah, well, it can stop people from wanting to go out and have a sales conversation. And having sales conversations, if you've done your marketing, can be a lot easier. If you've got the steps in place, it can be a lot easier. But it goes back to having to go out of your comfort zone and learn the skills to go through the process and have a process to go through.
Yeah. Well, look, thank you so much, Adrienne. I'm definitely getting a copy of that book when it's available. And seriously, as I say, anyone listening here who has resonated with anything in the conversation around business, Adrienne is somebody that you would love to have a conversation with, I'm sure.